Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to another Boss Bytes for Monster Hunter Rise, where we are going to be hunting a Tobi-Kadachi. Now, as I mentioned before, Tobi-Kadachi is a monster I'm already familiar with from Monster Hunter World, but it's one of my favorite designs, so I thought I would do a video on hunting it anyway. I was actually going to do this as a hub quest, because I don't remember Tobi-Kadachi being super durable, so I was going to do it as, a multiplayer quest and not have people join, so it would have some extra health, but it's actually not on the quest list yet for the hub, so I guess that's in the next tier. Also, we're going to switch over to the Gunlance again for this one, because I think I can block most of its attacks. So we're going to switch to our... I was going to say the Barioth one. The Rathian actually does more damage, but you can see the Barioth has a 30% affinity, and it has wide shelling instead of normal shelling, so it's better for charge shots. I forgot to eat. Shit. I can't remember if you can eat at camp here.
A flying shadow, stalking through the night.
So yeah, this is like a combination of a snake and a flying squirrel.
The wind, with eyes shining bright. Always craving blood, lightning running through its fur. When it swoops down on its prey, all becomes a blur.
I was just about to say that it's not as fluffy here as it was in World. But I guess the fluff pops up when he's going into enraged mode. Alright, so can I cannot make my own bunny dango, that's for sure. Maybe I can do it in here? Yeah. So generally I think these are not as good as buying them in town. At least that's how it worked in World, is you could kind of top up, because if you get knocked out, if you cart, then you'll lose your buffs from food. Defender with feet, and I don't think I have one that negates stun, because it's not Thunderblight. I guess we'll just go with Medic again. That's my, safety combo. Oh, yeah, apparently it does give you the full health and stamina. Wait, who were we thanking there? Alright, so the Flooded Forest, which is kind of a mangrove swamp-looking area with a big-ass temple taking up a big chunk of the map. The temple seems a little silly, because I'm pretty sure you can't do any fighting there. It's just there to be like a big landmark. And then there's a couple items on the top of it. Or harvesting zones. There's a Bishaten here, which I did not do a video on. I actually should have, because Bishaten's kind of an interesting monster. It's the monkey bird with a third hand for a tail that he can stand on.
Hunt or be hunted.
He throws fruit at you. That is not a hole I can go through. That's a monster shortcut. In fact, he just threw a fruit at me, so he's running away. I don't know, we might see him pop up to actually fight the monster. There's a Jewel Lily. I haven't actually put a Great Wire Bug in yet. And again, these are just big shortcuts. This will, fling me all the way up the cliff. Which, he's not going to get me where I need to go, because our target is right here.
Looks useful.
Now we approach, hopefully undetected, in order to take a picture. These fucking Jaggies are going to give me away, or, sorry, Jagrus. Jaggy is a different monster. I just wish there was a way to be sneaky. Because, Monster Hunter World, it was kind of awkward when they added a camera system like that instead of a... Oh, look, there's Bishaten again. He caught up. I was going to say, instead of an actual photo mode, they added, real-time photo mode like that where you have to just drag the camera over to them. But in that game, you could at least put on a ghillie and, like, sneak in a bush like you're an actual nature photographer. Here, you just have to hope they don't detect you right away. Nope. So the tail will inflict stun on me even when he's not enraged. Those are some solid numbers popping off this thing. So that's not really the best way to use those, but might as well get some extra damage when I can. I don't know what this does. I don't know if they'll actually, like, attack it instead of me. Oh, he's already pissed. Ooh, I caught his tail as he was going through the air. So yeah, I think he actually doesn't look as good as he did in World because of the difference in graphical fidelity, but it's still a cool design. I feel like when designing a lot of these monsters, it's like, okay, take two creatures and figure out how to put them together, like some kind of art challenge. You just draw them out of a bag and say, how can we combine these? So with these ones, I can actually charge them up to a second tier of damage. And that's how you're meant to use the wide shot. Nope, that was too early. So he doesn't really have any complicated mechanics. Oh, that's new. He threw some scale tail at me. Or tail scales. I don't know why I said that backwards. I think I can still sever that tail, though, or at least the tip of it. I've noticed that Wormstake is really hard to get off on a lot of monsters, because it takes so long for the animation to finish. Alright, Bishaten. Give him some slaps. Nope, still getting knocked back. His attacks are a little weird. They're very acrobatic. Alright, so I've realized that the best thing to do is knock them out as well, and then just charge them into a wall repeatedly.
Amazing!
Alright, let's see if I can get a Wormstick off. Fuck off. Oh, I think I got his tail. Yeah. Not a lot of damage on those pokes, but pretty consistent and kind of safe. There we go. I broke his tail. Looks like it doesn't come off. That was a really dumb time to reload. Okay, I can actually do a vertical worm stake here. Which you couldn't do in World as far as I remember. The AoE on the actual blast shots is pretty big. It's bigger than it looks, and it kind of lingers for a second. So if they walk into it after you fire, they still get hit. Surprised he hasn't retreated yet. That perfect block is like really satisfying to pull off. That's another thing that, again, you couldn't do in World because it didn't have silk skills. Also, I hadn't realized it, but the Wyvern Blast actually does have a meter to show its cooldown. It just only pops out when it's on cooldown. Speaking of which, ours is charged, so... And you can see there's a red meter now under the worm stake bullet. I think I got him in the gut. Nope, got him in the tail again. So if you look at that red meter, I'm going to do the aerial attack. It turns out you don't actually need to hit with it in order to get the cooldown. You just have to land with it. Like, that animation just takes so long that you never get one of those on, like, a berry off or anything that attacks very quickly.
Some humans could learn from you.
That's way too early. Okay. What? Oh, he threw a tail at me. I was like, how did he hit me from that far away? And yes, I did say tail instead of scale again. Oh, they still hit you if they're on the ground. Oh, well, there it goes. So yeah, not a very difficult monster, but again, just a neat one. I'm hoping we get some tough ones in the next set, though. Maybe Magnamalo will show up, which is one of the flagship monsters for this game. Every Monster Hunter has kind of like a flagship monster that's not necessarily the final boss or anything, but just the one that's on all the covers and, you know, screenshots. So I'm pretty sure Magnamalo is not the final boss in this. It's just the, like, first final boss? I don't know. The progression in Monster Hunter is a little weird to experience for the first time, because basically you hit the end of the game, you see credits, and then you start high rank, which is the rest of the game, which is not even like end game. End game is when you get to the end of high rank. So the first time you see the credits, you're about halfway through. And then it makes you go through and fight all of the previous monsters again in stronger forms, before you start getting some new monsters mixed in that are high rank only. Usually elder dragons. And I believe this game does not have nearly as much grind integrated into its endgame as previous ones. Okay, that was the last quest I needed to unlock the next important mission, where we're supposed to be stopping Magnamalo, but judging by how these things go, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the last time I fight it. It's going to be like, oh, our plan didn't work, now follow it back to where it lives and fight it for real.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is just go fight it. That would be really weird if that was the end of regular progression and you go into higher rank from there. I don't think it is, because it hasn't been that long. Then again, I guess I am 20 hours into the game at this point. A lot of that was grinding certain monsters.
Yeah. Make sure to check the special quest
All
as
right,
well.
well, there's Magnamalo. I don't think I'm going to do that as a video just because that's main story progress, so, I don't know,
Take
some
care of
people might
yourself.
want to experience that themselves or whatever. But yeah, thanks for joining me for yet another hunt. I hope you liked the design. I guess we'll check the armor. Hope you liked the design of Tobi-Kadachi, because I think it's cool. I think Legiana, which is one of my other favorites, also shows up. Oh, okay. I think I mixed up Tobi-Kadachi with Legiana's armor then. So we go back up here to Baggy. You can see it looks very similar.
My hammer's ready.
But yeah, it's a cool armor set.
Are you forward in or upgrade?
Presumably we also have some thunder weapons. Which, what is that an upgrade from? That's from the Baggy, and I don't think I have a Baggy Gunlance.
What do you need?
And looks like there is no switch axe.
Goodbye.
Again, why so fluffy? Why you gotta be so soft, cat? Whereas here we have Goggly Adventure Boy, a Digimon protagonist in the making. Anyway, you folks all take care. I'll see you around with some more monsters and some more hunting next time.